humbled to stand before you. Humbled because my journey in PedaL is a very short one, and I think shorter than quite a number of you. But the fact that I'm standing before you with that short journey means a lot. I'm also humbled because Makerere University is not part of the partnership. And yet here I am, standing in front of you. But what does that tell us? It tells us that PedaL has not limited itself to the partner university. It means they've reached out to other universities. And so if PedaL promised during the proposal writing that they will only reach partner university and train in those universities and reach the 1,000 they had promised, then I want to say that they've gone beyond. Because in my school of education, we have 15 trained by PedaL. So PedaL has gone out of its way to ensure that all staff in African universities begin to walk the line that PedaL is advocating for. And that is why I am humble. So let me just talk about my journey, how it all started. I think sometimes late last year or early this year, I don't quite remember, I got a call and they were asking me to actually nominate people to participate in the Entebbe training. And I was asked, nominate up to 15. And so I did the nomination up to 15, excluding myself. And I excluded myself because I thought that there were many more people who actually needed this training than me. One, since 2007, I have been training staff in something similar to this. And I'm a trained teacher, so I said, no, let me not go. Let's have other people actually go. So how do I then come in? One person said, 2 weeks is too long. I can't stay away for 2 weeks. And so we said, now to quickly bring somebody, it's not going to be easy. So somebody suggested, why don't you just go? So I said, okay, let me add my name there. You know, it's not nice to nominate yourself usually when you have a pool of people under you. You tend to give them the opportunity first. So that is how I ended up in PedaL. And I went through the PedaL training. And I must say, I've never looked behind, even with my training. What is it that is striking about PedaL? One is that they model their content. And when I say they model their content, I hope you get what I'm saying. Jonathan talked about it. If they're teaching you simulation, they will actually simulate. If they're teaching you role play, they'll actually do a role play. So it takes you away from listening theoretically to how something is being done, to actually doing it. And that makes it easy for you to go back and try it in your setting. So that is one thing that, to me, I found it extremely helpful in the PedaL training. The second thing to me that I admire and I try now to do it in my practice is the focus on the learners. It's no longer you in front, it is they. So whatever you do, whatever you plan for, you're thinking about how will they get it? What can I do for them? And that starts right from your planning process. And I found that very, very helpful. And I must say that, you know, with the 15 members that we've trained, and as we go through our curriculum review, we're actually reviewing our curriculum for undergrad. As we go through our curriculum review, it has been very, very helpful. So I must say thank you. You've made my work very easy as a dean of the school. I don't have to talk much because PedaL has done it for me. And we appreciate that. The other thing is, you know, universities are very important institutions. It's the only, maybe not the only one, but it's one of those institutions where you are recruited and the competences in the job you're going to do is not an issue. Am I right? That competence is not an issue, you'll be recruited. And so many of us get in there and we really don't know how to do it. And so, for once, we have an entity that is taking it across to everybody, irrespective of where you belong. And so PedaL, in a way, you can see that is revolutionizing the teaching in universities. The other thing that I like about this, PedaL, you know, the way you view the world informs your practice. Am I right? Yes. So PedaL takes us through reflecting on our own practices. What am I? How do I do it? You're going to go through this. And I found this very, very helpful, asking us, can you put your philosophy down? So if you've been doing things without necessarily reflecting on who you are, then you begin to have a critical eye on seeing who am I and how am I doing it. So PedaL takes us through a series of reflections, and teaching is about reflection. So for me, that is one of the wow things I would say, you know, getting my worldview clear and informing our practice. So like I said, when you go through the PedaL training, it takes you through the whole process from planning to assessing. And what work do we do in the university as far as teaching is concerned? So our work in teaching becomes extremely easy. And as I really get to sit down, one of the wow things about PedaL, and I want to re-echo one of the things that he has said, for me PedaL is a must for all university staff. It's a must for all university staff. Because I want to believe that even when you are a trained teacher, you know, I'm one person who believes that if you interact with somebody, there is something you learn. You don't go back the same. And I want to believe that your time here, you'll go away with something. So it's a must for everyone, because whatever opportunity we are in, we learn. And we know that our understanding will always inform our practice. So PedaL is helping us interrogate and change our understanding about teaching. And I know that with that, things will change in the universities. And the learners coming out of universities will be learners who are able to do things like we had this morning, not learners who have the knowledge and are not able to do things. I thank you.